Hey everyone, the Game Piece here, and welcome to the next competitive analysis video in the competitive series where I go over Temtem, giving you an overall view of what they are capable of and providing you with a couple of example builds for you to go off of. This week we will be covering Platymus, so let's get into it everyone. Platymus is a water and toxic type Temtem that is the final evolution of Platypet. Now Platymus is going to be taking super effective damage from electric and wind type moves, however it's going to resist all attacks from fire, water, and earth type moves. Platymus has some pretty decent overall stats, its best being its special attack being 90 and a speed value of 82. Also some pretty respectable HP and special defense, with it being 71 HP and 70 special defense respectively. But the thing that really hurts Platymus is its stamina and its defense cost, especially its defense. 39 base defense is pretty bad. It's going to take pretty heavy damage from a lot of the physical threats that are in the game right now. But Platymus definitely is capable of seeing success depending on how you use it. Platymus is capable of having one of two traits, the first one being Zen. Zen will take effect whenever Platymus falls asleep. Whenever it gains the sleep status, it will gain one stage increase for its defense and one stage increase for its special defense. The second trait that Platymus has is Determined, and it will prevent any negative stat changes. So if an enemy Temtem wants to lower any of its stats, it will prevent any sort of stat changes from taking place. Now both of these traits do have their uses, but I would say that Zen is probably the more useful trait here. Due to the amount of things that want to put you asleep on the opposing side of the field, having that increase in defenses every single time you go asleep is definitely more beneficial for you in the long run. Zen also allows you to play around with moves such as Relax, which if you didn't know puts every single Temtem on the field to sleep, so it's a way of getting that Zen boost off on your own terms. Now let's go over some notable moves that Platymus is able to get. The first one is Aquatic Whirlwind, which is 130 special attacking water type move, which has one hold on it. It also has the 3 arrow priority, meaning it's going to be moving at 1.75 times the speed of the normal Platymus. This move is super great for being able to outspeed faster threats, as well as pulling off incredibly strong stabbed special attacking damage from Platymus. The main downfall of this move is its high stamina cost being 29, however, so that's important to be mindful of. You also have the option of running Paralyzing Poison on your Platymus if you're going for more of a support-oriented Platymus. This move is a toxic type move that has 2 holds on it with a normal priority, but if you use the synergy effect with it with a toxic type ally, you're able to get 4 stacks of poison ticking down on the opposing ally that you target. So this is super effective for draining the HP of opposing walls. Each tick of toxic damage is going to lower the HP of the opposing Temtem by 12.5%, meaning that overall these toxic ticks will lower the HP of the opposing Tem by 50% in total. Platymus also learns Tsunami, which is capable of freezing the opponent with a synergy with an ally Wind Tem. So this is very good if you pair it up with something like Whiplup, being able to get that synergy off and freezing the opposing ally with things like Cold Breeze in addition to the Tsunami freeze stacks. A lot of different Temtem that are very well capable of pairing up with Platymus and doing so very effectively as well. The big thing you're going to have to look out for when using Platymus are obviously the wind type attackers like Volorand, Tuvine. Even Pig Epic with its tornadoes can do a pretty big chunk to Platymus, so you're definitely going to have to be wary of that. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot of electric type attacks in the game so far, but you will have to look out for things like Azuma and Nesla if they do want to run Tesla Prison or even Electric Storm, so those are definitely the main threats that you're going to have to look out for at this point in time. Now let's go over a couple of movesets that I've come up with for Platymus. So these movesets are quite a bit different, so stay tuned for the second one here. So the first one is more of a support-oriented Platymus. This has the Zen trait to be able to pick up any sort of defense boost by picking up the sleep status condition, Paralyzing Poison to be able to get the toxic stacks off, especially with a synergy with something like a Calibus or even like a Volorend or something. Flood is able to lower the speed of the opposing Temtem. It will get 2 speed stage drops if you can pair it up with an earth type. I would recommend something like Volcrane on your team. Tsunami is able to pick up that multi-hit as well as be able to freeze the opposing team if you have a wind type. Something like I said, like Volorand is going to be very well at pairing up with Platymus here, being able to get the Paralyzing Poison synergy as well as the Tsunami synergy. Especially if you have the anaerobic Volorand, you're going to be able to eat up a lot of opposing hits. Cheer Up is a move that will have fast priority and will be able to decrease the hold by 1 of a Temtem that you target. So if you send Platymus in on turn 1 and use Cheer Up on yourself, you're going to be able to pull off that second turn Paralyzing Poison. For the item, I do have the Cloak on Platymus here because I don't want it to be taking any more more necessary wind type damage than it should be. Wind type moves are definitely the ones that you're going to have to look out for on Platimus most frequently, so I'd say that's a fairly good option for it to equip. For TVs, I decided to max out its HP and defense, making it more survivable because its defense stat on its own is pretty bad, the base with 39. Special defense decided to throw the extra stats in just to get another extra point in there. Overall, this Platimus is dependent on getting the paralyzing poison stacks up to be able to lower the enemy's HP, as well as just provide a lot of other support with things like Flood, the free stacks, and lowering the holds of other moves. Overall, I really enjoy this Platimus set. And now the second set that we have here is more of a offensive Platimus. Again, we have the Zen trait for the defense boost, but we have Aquatic Whirlwind, Noxious Bomb, Tsunami, and Flood. Noxious Bomb, even without any sort of attack TV investment, should still two-shot most threats that it wants to be targeting, things like Ukama, Kinu. I decided to go ahead and get that 112 speed on it. A lot of people like to aim for 111, so this way you're going to be able to outpace them with the Aquatic Whirlwind. And I decided to max out the special attack and then throw the rest into its HP stat to be able to hit pretty hard as well as take more hits. So overall, this is more of a offensive Platimus. Like I said, you're definitely going to have to look out for physical type moves. That base 39 defense is pretty poor on it, leaving it with only 65 total defense at this level. Overall, I'm going to be placing Platimus on the C tier of our tier list. Platimus does a pretty good job of supporting, and it has some pretty strong water and toxic type moves to boot. However, its stats are pretty lackluster in the defense department, and it doesn't really have a whole lot of things that it can do that other TEMs don't do better. But overall, I do enjoy using Platimus, and it does have that element of surprise sometimes when people don't really expect you to bring it, so I wouldn't count Platimus out if you are considering using one. But that does it for the competitive analysis for Platimus. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. Please let me know any future TEMTEM that you want me to cover next. But I really appreciate you guys watching. Feel free to like if you did like the video, and subscribe for more TEMTEM content, more guides, and more stuff like this. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.